Men are still lonely. Your crush is still with Jeremy. And Ice Spice is on Fortnite? Okay. And you still can't lock in, grind. Not a hard-working bone in your body. You ask, why am I so tired? Why am I so lazy? Why can't I lock in? David Goggins is running 100 miles. You're on your 100th game. EliteKi is outside enjoying nature. Your screen time's high as hell. You haven't left your house. And Hugh Hefner has loads of women all around him. You have anime girls. What are you doing? Actually, she's actually not that bad. Damn. Wait, no. The ideas are in your head. Make the money. Build the business. Study so hard and get into an amazing career. Get a caring and loving partner that integrates in your life better than butter on bread. Doesn't matter what it is. You just can't lock in and you blame yourself. But maybe it's something deeper. And that thing is your mindset. And that's why this is Brain Heist. Fixing error 404 within your mind. Now, your mind is just terrible. You have the Google, you have it right here. You have the Google 404 error and your mind is doing the same thing. The URL was just not found for this server, you know? You can't lock in, you can't do these things, you know, lifting the weights, going to the gym, putting your head down and doing the work that you said you were going to do. You know, your grades in school, they're down right now. The muscle is not being built. The gym, you're skipping it. And, you know, you're so close to it, but there's one element you're missing. There's one thing you're missing. And that's why we're doing a brain heist. Because to be honest, if you look at this, you're watching Korn, you know, the anime girls, you know, she's not even real. You know, damn, she's kind of bad though, but yeah, she's not even real. That's why you need the brain heist. You need to do this, or else, you know, you're just gonna suffer. And to be honest, this starts by realizing your default settings are terrible. You know, you're playing a 3D platformer like Crash Bandicoot, which is a fire game, and the default button to jump is the Y button. It just doesn't compute. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to have the Y button as a jump button. It's normally the A button. Why have they put it as the Y button, you know? And it's the same thing with your mind. Your default settings are terrible. You see this? You start off, you're eating donuts, you're eating bad food, bad quality foods. You're not doing the right things. You're drooling like Homer Simpson, coping. One donut won't hurt. It won't hurt your physique. And then you end up looking like this, skinny, fat, no definition in your body, you know? You come here, you're watching Instagram models, you know? Baddies on Instagram. You're scrolling, liking their pictures, following them for whatever reason. You can't stop doing it because you have no love or intimacy in your life. You're playing League of Legends for 25 hours a day. I didn't even know it was possible, the 24 hours in a day, but somehow, some way, you found a way to keep gaming past the physical limit. It's impossible, but you did it. You're in a club, you know, realizing, oh, this isn't for you, but you're still there. Maturing is realizing the club isn't for you. That's me, in the club, doing the wrong things. Drinking alcohol, getting drunk, destroying my body, my livers, everything about me. But I just knew I was doing the wrong thing, but I couldn't stop. I just had to be in the mix, be in the loop. This is me at 18, this bad skin, I'm in a chicken shop, like what? I probably posted this on my Instagram thinking this is a good picture. Because the bad habits accumulate. You can look like this and look like this if you accumulate bad habits. Once in a while won't hurt, but that's how it starts. Once in a while and you cope, you're drooling donuts like Homer Simpson. And then, of course, when I was depressed, when I was down, this was my doctor, Dr. Khalifa. She was helping me through the struggles, but it just wouldn't work. She probably just wasn't a good doctor, to be honest. But then when you change your settings, when you revitalize yourself, you change your settings. The Y button is not being used. The A button is to jump. You do the right settings. You're in the gym, 7 a.m. You're looking leaner, looking attractive. You know, you're down kilograms, 8 kg to 2 kg. This was about 3 weeks apart. You know, shaving the fat off. You know, gaining the muscle. Looking so much better. From this to this is a big change, and you can do that too. You know, making my parents proud, graduating, my mum by my side. You know, my dad was proud too. He was there too. Distinction in artificial intelligence, a master's. You know, this is the highest grade you can get, and it's one of the hardest courses in the university. But I was able to do that, and reading books, being more consistent in reading, gaining knowledge. This is one of my favorite books for mindset, self-image. Learning more about yourself and re-identifying yourself. Cyber-Psychokinetics, you should read that, but just reading books in general, you know, taking in knowledge that is not in the form of TikToks, short-form content. That's what I was used to doing before, but when you change your settings, that's what you're gonna get. And then you can then change your style. You can look better. You can get a job. You can start a business. These are the things I've done. I've got a job that I'm not sad with. I'm happy to work there. I don't wake up angry at my life to work there, because I did the work and now I can get a job that I want, and you can have that too. Starting a business, I've made online income, income in person, different business ventures, different things. I'm just trying, struggling, and doing things to find a way. I'm able to put my head down and lock in, and I'm able to attract a beautiful girlfriend, someone, a life partner that's with me. We're in this game together, we're in the gym together, grinding, finding a way, both trying to take this journey of life to the next level. And to be honest, it all came from the brain heist, the brain reset, and not doing the things keeping you back anymore, not doing the things that's going to just hurt you, and doing the right thing, and staying away from the anime corn, the corn. This isn't even real. But I'll tell you what is real. What's real is the horrors you see online, because you're unable to do this. You see David Goggins running till his toes break, but you can't even do a fraction of that. You're inside chronically all day. This guy, it might be a meme, but people are actually waking up 5 a.m, having a routine, doing stuff that will impact their lives in a positive way. But for some reason, for some awkward, weird reason, you can't do it. You're just scrolling TikTok and staring at roads. Not these roads, these roads. But what you need to develop is the Batman mentality. Now you see, Batman, he's cold. He has no powers. He wasn't gifted. He can't fly. He's not shooting lasers out of his pussy. He got to where he is, became Batman through hard work, pain, and preparation. And that's all you need. Just a quick note. Who's colder? The guy with the powers controlling the sea? The guy that's swimming with the fish? Aquaman? Or Batman? Cold as hell. Got through the pain, the struggle, fighting his enemies. He's able to control his mind, do anything he wants to do based on what he's been through. Every trial and tribulation they've been thrown at him, he's been able to overcome that. I don't know about you, but I'd probably choose Batman, to be honest with you. Aquaman, I'm not trying to swim in no dolphins. As I said, it's the work, the pain and preparation. But before that, what do you even want out of life? What do you want? Define what you want. What's the point of doing all this if you don't have any desires, any goals? Do you want to be like Hugh Hefner, rest in peace, but getting women, getting the money, being that playboy guy, getting the physique, getting into shape, attracting more women, getting more respect from other guys, being proud of yourself, looking in the mirror thinking, damn, I did that, I look like this, and it's a clear sign of where your body can go, taking your body to its limits, going on dates, getting socially aware, becoming more socially intelligent, going on a date, attracting beautiful women, getting a girlfriend, traveling the world, doing everything you need to do to have a fulfilled life, or getting some friends, close buddies, close guys that you can chill with all day, You work on yourselves, have each other's backs, pick each other up when you're down. That's what, it's male connection. That's something that's so valuable in this world. You want to get A's in school, make your parents proud. Look at these parents, they're proud. You've tried so hard in school, you become a man, you become a great person. I'm not Indian, obviously, but picture your own parents here. They're smiling at you, they're so proud of you. You're able to retire them, take them on, pay them back for what they've done for you. And yeah, that's just what you need. But first, before you do any of that, you need to work on these 3 things: the work, the pain, and the preparation. Now, it's these: the work, pain, and preparation. These are the 3 things that are going to be the things that you're going to need to do in life. And for work, look, you need to do the right kind of work. I'm making YouTube videos, and as you can see, these are months apart. But I'm trying to grind, trying to grow some YouTube success. And that's all good, but I can't do that while doing other things. I was trying to do other business ventures, drop shipping, for example. I was trying to do that. I was getting some success, but I wouldn't be getting success in both, because my true desire was to grow on YouTube, make a personal brand. And I've got side businesses, but this was my other side income, my other side adventure. And dropshipping, I just did it because it can make decent money, and to be fair, it can, but you need to be doing the right kind of work. You know, don't confuse activity with productivity. Many people are simply just busy. You can't just be busy. You need to be doing things with intent. If you want to gain the muscle, you can't be doing long distance running. Why are you doing long distance running, training for a marathon, when you could be doing other things that are more conducive to gaining muscle, like just walking as your cardio, doing anaerobic workouts like sprints? Why are you doing that? You know, you're playing chess. You're trying to study chess to become better at poker. When you get to the poker game, you're going to lose all your money if you're betting. You're going to lose everything you want. And it's just, you have to make the action match your desire. So when you do the action of cold approach, gaining social skills, you gain that desire, a loving partner, a cute little pizza date, that's amazing. But if you do other things, don't focus on the things that are going to be conducive to your goals. Where are you going to be in life? You're gonna suck. And once you've mastered the work you need to do, doing the right actions, waking up and thinking, what actions am I going to do to get the desires I want? You can then focus on pain. With pain at the start, doing the good habits and going back to the bad habits will feel so easy. You feel so compelled to go back to doing all the stuff you used to do, the gaming, the adult content. But the truth is, at the start, discipline is going to feel like betrayal. But remaining the same is the true betrayal. That's the real betrayal here. Because at the start, this feels boring. Reading pages of books, like, why am I doing this? It's going to feel boring. And what feels good is this stuff. Playing the game. I'll probably play Mario Kart. You know, that game's fire. That feels good. I'm achieving something. I'm winning straight away. But when I delay my gratification, learn something to apply it later, my brain grows. Well, not literally, but my knowledge just grows, and I'm able to apply that in other areas of my life. And honestly, this is the true betrayal, because when you do this, you say goodbye to this. The things you want, your desires, goodbye. This won't exist. The family connection, being able to provide for your family. Imagine hosting this for your family when you become successful. Going on these beautiful dates, you know, having someone with you, having a partner. The physique, the Thor physique, the physique you always wanted. Making your parents proud. Oh, again, I'm not Asian or Chinese, but imagine your parents looking at you like this. This is gone. They're disappointed that their son is a gooner that's just gaming, not doing anything productive with his life. The truth is, if you go through that pain, eventually, these things, the hard things, the things that are not sexy, the things that don't look great, will become way better than these things. You're gonna feel less pain doing this thing, getting success, getting shredded, getting leaner, being more consistent, gaining, just consistently gaining, than doing this. And this stuff, it can be good as a treat. I can't lie to you. Like, it's not the end of the world. But if you can't control yourself in doing these things in moderation, once a month, once every 2 months, at best, like, then you shouldn't be doing them. You're gonna be more happy doing the things that you're good at, the things that are gonna enhance your life, essentially. And that brings me to the final destination of the Batman mentality. And that, my friend, is preparation. And with preparation, this is the time you're going to do what I call an identity audit. What are you going to tell yourself? Who are you going to become? Are you going to tell yourself that I'm him? Are you going to tell yourself that, yes, I'm him. I'm the guy that has the style. I'm the guy that's going to be successful in my life. Am I going to be the guy that's going to fight for the hunger pangs? Getting hungry all the time. You know? Go for that to get shredded. Go for that to get even leaner than this. I'm still on my journey. I'm going to become leaner than this, but by the grace of God, I'm going to make sure that I have what it takes to become lean. Am I going to do what it takes? Am I going to do the YouTube videos? Am I going to continue my business? Am I going to code on the side? Am I going to wake up every morning, early morning, grinding, trying to find a way out of my situation? Or am I going to tell myself, I'm okay being lame, okay staying the same? Am I going to be brushing my teeth while playing a Nintendo? I couldn't even put the Nintendo down to brush my teeth, to do daily household activities, you know? Am I gonna keep playing the League of Legends games, looking at the hot League of Legends over-sexualized characters? Am I just gonna fill my brain with this rot? Am I gonna do that? Or am I gonna be him? Am I gonna, you know, eat the junk food? Or am I gonna eat the food that are conducive to gaining muscle, to fulfilling my desires? Am I gonna audit myself? Am I gonna tell myself who I am? Am I going to do the right things in life? That's the choice you have to make. That's the identity audit you have to do. And that's the preparation. Because a guy like this is prepared as hell. Prepared for anything. Prepared to go for the struggle. Prepared to be hungry and not choose these foods. Be hungry and not choose this. Prepared to be bored of the book and not choose this. Not Ari, you're cool, but we don't want you. You know? Am I okay with being lame, or am I okay with saying I'm him? That's a choice you have to make. And to be honest, the last thing I want to say is, you can't walk into a war with good intentions and a toothpick. You just can't.